years of painful disappointment, Rick finally discovered it was with his family, not his fame, that he would find fulfillment.
He wouldn't do anything to become a star anymore, because his kids are the most important thing. He said of all the things he's sure of, being a good dad is one of those things. And that's a lot coming from him.
In 1989, Rick walked away from his music career, dedicating all his time and energy to his wife and their 2 sons. Next, Rick returns to music and his devoted fans. When Behind the Music continues. You're watching the Behind the Music. Rebounded from failures and disappointments, a devastating battle with depression, and is once again concentrating on his music. 'Cause he's watching with those eyes, and she's loving with that body. I just know it. And he's holding through with his arms, living In the summer of '98, Rick returned to the stage, singing and performing for the first time in more than a decade.
It's been wonderful, the reaction and the connection, and playing it again. I'm playing it with more passion than I certainly played it with the last few years of touring in the '80s.
He just loves to perform. Rick loves to perform. And that's what people want. He's very charismatic. He's very sexy. He's gorgeous. Women absolutely melt. And he still looks wonderful.
It's almost like I'm watching the audience now, whereas before I was watching me being watched by the audience.
For the loyal fans who patiently awaited his return, Rick is offering the most passionate and heartfelt performances of his career.
He does appreciate every single person that comes to his show. So, I mean, he made a connection then, but it was on a different level. You know, it's more of a human connection now.
He's more in the moment on stage than any other performer I've ever worked with. I don't believe he knows from one minute to the next what he's going to do.
It's a real alter ego kind of thing on stage. It's a very bizarre part of me that I don't understand, but I love to do it. It's a real total release. I can totally release it. After a show, I'm totally can go and sit down and be quiet, and it's okay. Most of the time, I can't do that.
In 1998, Rick recorded his 10th solo album, Karma. Rick says it's a musical expression of 10 years of emotional and spiritual growth. It's gonna take an act of faith to stand up and face the day. It's gonna take an act of faith. Nobody can make you stay.
There's some personal things, there's a couple of things to my dad that still is a continual thread through my music, I think, because, he kind of gave it to me, handed me the thread,
After receiving so much in his life, Rick's now giving something back. He's deeply involved in charities for cystic fibrosis and abused children, using his fame as an instrument of change.
I had so much attention from kids, it could have been a lot more I could have done, and so now I'm just trying to make up for some of that, and it's just, just part of growing up. Ricky becoming a big guy.
He's a very good human being, and somebody I'll always love.
Today, Rick says he's happier than he's ever been. The once perpetual teenager, the insecure boy who would do anything for fame, has finally found a fulfilling passion: his family.
My family's really been the greatest thing that I've come to in my life, and overall, I feel so much more fulfilled now. I definitely am a happier person. So I get to another. You know what I believe?
You've heard the stories behind the music.